Hello, hello! Today is the 28th of reading all through 1 Samuel for the book of October, because 31 days, 31 chapters. There we go. Doing it for my birthday month. My birthday was on the 26th. Got a strong mouth because heat stroke thing happened while I was in the army. Moving on. Now, yesterday was a very short chapter, so I'm actually filming this right after doing that one, because it was very short. So, we're going to go to 1 Samuel 28, because today is the 28th day, and that's what makes sense. I'm in King James Version. Join along if you wish. Alright. And it came to pass in those days that the Philistines gathered their arms together for warfare to fight with Israel. And Achish said to David, Know certainly that you shall go out with me to battle, you and your men. And David said to Achish, Surely that you know what your servant can do. And Achish said to David, Therefore will I make thee keeper of mine head forever. Now Samuel was dead, and all Israel had lamented him, and buried him in Ramah, even in his own city. And Saul had put away all those familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. And the Philistines gathered themselves together, and came and pitched in Shuham. And Saul gathered all Israel together, and they pitched in Gilboa. And when Saul saw the host of the Philistines, he was afraid, and his heart greatly trembled. And when Saul inquired of the Lord answered him not, neither by dreams, nor by Urim, nor by prophets. The Urim, Thummim, like things on their the ephod things, so priestly things. And Saul said to his servant, Seek me a woman that has a familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said, Behold, there's a woman that has a familiar spirit in Endor. Now, just the verses prior, let me reread that again. Saul had put away all those that had familiar spirits and wizards of the land. You know, because it says, Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, and yet he's like, oh yeah, get me one who could do that. What? And Saul disguised himself and put on other raiment, and he went, and 2 men with him, and they came to the woman by night, and he said, I pray thee, divine unto me the familiar spirit, and bring him up whom I should say unto you. And when the woman said, Behold, he knows that Saul is done, and I cut off those that have familiar spirits and the wizards out of the land. Wherefore he lay a snare for my life to cause me to die. Saul swore to her by the Lord, saying, As the Lord lives, there shall no punishment happen to thee for this thing. And he then said to the woman, Whom shall I bring up? And he said, Bring me up Samuel. And the woman saw Samuel, she cried with a loud voice. And Saul said, What do you see? Oh, and the woman said to Saul, Why have you deceived me? For you are Saul. And the king said to her, Be not afraid, what do you see? She said, I saw gods ascending out of the earth. What form is he of? An old man comes up, and he is covered with a mantle. And Saul perceived it was Samuel, and he stooped with his face to the ground and bowed himself. And Samuel said to Saul, Oh yeah, this is Samuel now, so I have a Samuel voice. Why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God is departed from me, and answer me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I called thee, that I may know, you may make me known to me what I'm supposed to do. Then said Samuel, Wherefore dost thou ask me, seeing the Lord is departed from thee, and has become thine enemy? And the Lord has done to him as he has spake by me, for the Lord has rent the kingdom out of your hand, and given it to your neighbor, even to David. Because thou bearest not the voice of the Lord, nor executest his fierce wrath upon Amalek. Therefore the Lord has done this thing unto you this day. Moreover, the Lord will also deliver Israel with thee into the hand of the Philistines. And tomorrow you and your sons be with me. The Lord also shall deliver the hosts of Israel into the hand of the Philistines. Then Saul fell straightway along the earth, and was sore afraid because of the words of Samuel, and there was no more strength in him. For he had eaten no bread all the day nor all the night. And the woman came to Saul, and saw he was sorely troubled, and said unto him, Behold, your handmaid has obeyed the voice, and I put my life in my hand, and I have hearkened to all your words you have spoken to me. Now therefore I pray you, hearken also the voice of your handmaid here. Let a morsel of bread be put before you, and eat, that you may have strength and go on your way. But he refused, and said, I will not eat. But his servants together with the woman compelled him, and he hearkened unto their voice. So he rose from the earth and sat upon the bed. And the woman had a fat calf in the house, and she hasted and killed it, and took flour, and kneaded it, and did break unleavened bread thereof. And she brought it before Saul and before his servants, and they did eat, and then rose up and went away that night. There's a lot of commentary I've seen sometimes of like, why did the Lord allow Samuel to be brought up and everything like that? But it's just like, alright, you want what you want? Okay, you get what you want. But it's not going to be necessarily to the thing you want to do. I mean, Saul was relying on Samuel to save him or so? I don't know, but again, Saul is not something that's like, ha ha, Saul. It's not that at all. It's a tragic tale and everything, and we got a few chapters left to see where it goes. Well, I will see you on the next one for the 29th. Goodbye.